We begin in Haiti. A 72-hour state of emergency has been declared in Port-au-Prince and surrounds after armed gangs carried out 2 serious jailbreaks.
Since the beginning of 2022, Haiti has become a hotbed for violence and a place where many well-known criminals live. There's been a huge increase in attacks by armed groups all over the country.
And then we've seen also the number of acts of armed violence against schools has increased by 9 in 1 year. And that is really worrying.
For context, in just the first 4 months of 2023 alone, more people were injured in Haiti than in Ukraine. The streets of Haiti have become battlegrounds where rival gangs vie for control, leaving a trail of destruction in their wake. But what has led to this alarming escalation? And what does it mean for the future of this resilient nation? Come along as we explore the shocking reasons behind the unending gang violence in Haiti. Escalating gang violence in Haiti lately. Haiti has experienced a troubling rise in gang violence. These criminal groups are growing in number and becoming more forceful in causing harm. They're taking control in ways that cause more and more damage. This increase in violence is due to a mix of problems: the government's inability to work well, the worsening economy, the COVID-19 pandemic, and natural disasters. These issues have created a space where gangs can take over and spread out. Information suggests that there are about 200 groups of gangs currently active all over Haiti, with approximately 95 of them centered in the main city, Port-au-Prince. These gangs have not only increased in number, but have also strengthened their control over Haiti's political and economic systems. They've teamed up with politicians and government officials, working as paid helpers and benefiting from businesses. Moreover, they've become the middlemen for global criminal groups, which boosts their authority and influence over the country's political and economic affairs. This connection between gangs and the broader political and economic landscape shows the significant impact they have on Haiti's society and governance. In Haiti, there's a big problem with criminal groups. They're involved in a lot of different illegal activities like selling drugs, threatening people to get money, and kidnapping for ransom.
I don't know where the bullet came from. I just got shot. I lost everything and I can't get home.
They've also gotten into legal businesses, making money illegally and controlling how things work in different areas. People in Haiti are really scared because these gangs are attacking them in big numbers. Ordinary people often get hurt or lose their jobs because of this violence. Even politicians and reporters who try to speak out against the gangs can get hurt or have to hide to stay safe. This situation has taken away people's right to speak freely and live without being scared. One of the scariest things is how often large numbers of people are kidnapped by these gangs. Throughout Haitian history, from the time of the infamous Duvalier dynasty to the present day, people of all backgrounds, whether rich or poor, have been preyed upon by criminal groups. These ruthless factions have long been a part of Haiti's landscape, targeting individuals from every corner of society. But where exactly did all of these violent gangs spring up? Tracing the origin of gang influence through time. This story begins in the 1950s when François Duvalier, who was also known as Papato, was in charge. He was a leader who ruled with a lot of power. During his time as a leader, he formed a group called the Tonton Macoute. These were people with guns who helped him keep control and stop anyone who disagreed with him. They were terrifying and made the people of Haiti very afraid. Even after Duvalier lost power in 1986, the violence didn't end. Instead, it started a new kind of trouble in Haiti. Some politicians, wanting to protect themselves and stop people from getting angry, continued to use these armed groups to help them. The massive earthquake that hit Haiti in 2010 and the other natural disasters that happened later made Haiti a mess.
The worst disaster in United Nations history. Survivors are continuing to die because of the lack of basic medical help.
This made it easier for terrible gangs to grow. The disasters wrecked the country so much that the government couldn't do basic things like help people or stop crime. This made a big hole where the gangs could take over, using violence and being sneaky to get control. And as time passed, things just got worse. From 2017 to 2021, things got worse in Haiti. Haitians had big problems with its government. The parliament couldn't agree on anything, and the basic jobs that the government should do, like running services and courts, weren't working well. When the government was weak, gangs saw a chance to become more powerful. One gang group, led by Jimmy Shizer, was close to the ruling party. Another group seemed to be connected to the parties that were against the government, and all of this made Haiti even more chaotic and dangerous, with different groups fighting for control. And this was when the near-complete breakdown of law and order in Haiti began. The breakdown of law and order. Back in 2021, when President Jovenel Moïse was unalived, things got really bad. The violence got even worse because the gangs saw that the government was weak. They fought each other hard to take over lands and valuable stuff while opposing any attempts to stop them. Vigilante groups, like Bukal, started showing up because violence was getting worse. But instead of helping, these groups made things even more messy, leading to more violence and revenge attacks. In October 2023, the United Nations agreed to send help from different countries to assist the Haitian government with the growing violence.
We explicitly request all countries take all steps to cut off at their sources the channel through which Haitian gangs obtain small arms, light weapons, and ammunition.
But in March 2024, things got even worse when gang violence spread throughout Port-au-Prince. This caused prisons to be broken into, and thousands of prisoners got out. Following the widespread disorder, the Haitian government declared a state of emergency and enforced a curfew. Prime Minister Ariel Henry pledged to step down once a temporary government is established.
Gouvernement que m'a dirigé a retiré col immédiatement après installation conseil ça.
Despite this, the turmoil persists, gripping the nation tightly. Ongoing conflicts between gangs and security forces exacerbate the situation. The struggle for dominance between the G9 and GPF alliances escalates, drawing in additional gangs into the power struggle. The interplay of political instability, corruption, and gang violence. The ongoing conflict in Haiti has been driven by several factors. One major reason is the long-standing political instability in the country. For years, Haiti has been grappling with political turmoil, characterized by a deadlock in parliament and a lack of effective public administration and judicial systems. This instability has created a power vacuum, providing fertile ground for gangs to flourish. With no effective governance or law enforcement, these gangs have exploited the situation to carry out their criminal activities with impunity. Furthermore, rampant corruption within the government and security forces has worsened the violence over time. The gangs have capitalized on this corruption, infiltrating institutions and leveraging their influence to expand their criminal operations. This intertwining of corruption and criminality has deepened the crisis, making it even more challenging to address the root causes of the conflict. The CPS terminal, which is a part of the Port-au-Prince International Port in the Caribbean, got attacked, looted, and left in chaos. This caused the port to stop working, making things even worse for Haiti's economy, which was already struggling. Poverty and joblessness became even more common because of this. The violence didn't stop there. Gangs also attacked police stations, the National Palace, and the Interior Ministry, making the country's institutions weaker. Even the security around the Toussaint Louverture International Airport was broken, leading to fear and disorder. Gunshots could be heard in the streets of Port-au-Prince, making people feel scared and unsure about what would happen next. They are losing their homes, not having enough food to eat, and finding it hard to get medical help.
We've seen farmland being fought over. We've seen trucks with food being pillaged. We've seen humanitarian warehouses be looted, and therefore food is an essential component to this conflict.
Even the Institute of Social Welfare, which helps the most vulnerable people, was taken over by gangs. This means that those who need help the most are not getting any. Nations globally are experiencing the effect of the violence, prompting proactive measures from the United States and other nations to safeguard their embassy personnel by evacuating those deemed non-essential from Port-au-Prince due to the escalating conflict. Consequently, this has spurred immediate talks and emergency meetings among regional organizations like CARICOM, stressing the critical importance of swiftly addressing the crisis at hand.
And of course, this requires all stakeholders in Haiti, especially to give a bit to compromise a bit and to express a collective willingness to achieve the outcomes that we are setting ourselves to achieve.
Prime Minister Ariel Henry, feeling heavy pressure from countries around the world, stepped down from his position. Yet, the chaos and violence persist without pause. Gangs clash relentlessly with security forces, leaving the situation tense and dangerous. There's no sign of the bloodshed and suffering coming to an end anytime soon. The initial burst of violence has seized control of the streets of this Caribbean nation, plunging its people into a deep sense of fear and uncertainty. The number of civilians hurt or unalived is still unclear, but it's certain that the damage is severe. The situation became extremely serious, leading airlines to stop flights to the nearby airport because it was being heavily attacked as the violence escalated. The movement of people leaving Haiti has been massive. Families, taking only what they absolutely need, have set out on dangerous trips, sometimes having to walk to nearby countries, hoping to find safety and shelter. The brains behind these bad deeds is none other than gang boss Jimmy Barbecue Shire. He boldly stated that he wants the current acting Prime Minister, Ariel HRI, to quit. But what's frightening is his warning that there could be a big fight and lots of people hurt if he doesn't get what he wants. The security perimeter around Toussaint Louverture International Airport was also breached, causing panic, and chaos gunfire echoes through the streets of Porto, creating an atmosphere of fear and uncertainty. The once orderly country has crumbled swiftly, leaving fear and uncertainty in its wake. The real dread sets in when you realize that if the police force collapses, you're at risk of becoming a hostage, trapped in a place where even the airports are shut down. The U.S. State Department urgently advises Americans to leave, but for many, escape seems impossible. They're stuck amidst the violence, feeling the grip of fear tighten around them. And it was only a matter of time before the violence on the streets spread into other quotas, like Haiti's most notorious prison. Chaos in Haiti's most secure prison. The situation for people in Haiti has become very serious. In March 2024, there was a lot of trouble because prisoners broke out of jails due to storms. This made things even worse because there were suddenly many more people causing chaos and breaking laws. Innocent people are suffering because of this. Within the walls of this ultra-secure compound rested some of Haiti's most notorious offenders, individuals whose deeds had instilled dread across the nation. For 3 relentless days, this prison transformed into a potent emblem of anarchy. Gang affiliates orchestrated daring jailbreaks, amplifying the turmoil within an already fragile society. For 3 whole days, this prison turned into something way scarier than usual. Gang members, who all stuck together, broke out of jail in crazy ways, showing everyone that the authorities didn't really have control. When the gangs partied because they got out, chaos exploded on the streets of Port-au-Prince. There weren't enough cops in some areas, so armed gangs took over, stealing and wrecking everything in sight. The lively city streets turned into empty, broken places. The police, who were supposed to keep things in order, were totally outnumbered and not ready for the violence. They didn't even have enough gear to protect themselves. They were like sitting ducks, unable to do much against all the bad stuff happening. It was an awful situation, where everything felt like it was falling apart. Without anyone to enforce the rules, total chaos took over, making life scary for everyone in Port-au-Prince. Seeing with their own eyes the terrible suffering of the people they've promised to keep safe, they cry out for help. They need support, things like food and water, and they want the whole world to notice how bad things are. The main companies that sell bottled water in the country are closed. This means it's really hard for people to get clean water to drink. There are long lines outside the few stores that are still open. People are worried they won't be able to buy any water before it's all gone. Families know how important water is for staying alive, so they're really anxious. But there's something amazing happening too. Instead of giving up, Haitian people are working together to solve this problem. Now let's take a look at how they're doing this. Collaborative efforts by Haitians for peace building. Despite all these problems, Haitians aren't giving up. They keep trying their best to overcome challenges and help each other out. It's a powerful example of how people can stick together and stay strong, even when times are really hard. Even kids who are also hungry are helping out. They know how crucial water is, so they're bringing it back to their families. Everyone knows they need water every day to live. This is a serious danger to the health of Haitian families. They worry a lot about getting sick from dirty water, which makes their already difficult situation even worse. The obstacles in Haiti's infrastructure magnify the shortage of clean water. The mountains of trash along the roads highlight the urgency for better waste management and access to fresh water. This issue is intricate and demands lasting solutions, along with assistance from local and global groups. In Haiti, many families don't have clean water to drink. This means they have to drink water that's dirty and can make them sick. Because of this, they get diseases from the water, like cholera, which has been a big problem in Haiti for a long time. Cholera makes people very sick and can even be fatal to them because it makes them lose too much water from their bodies. Since there isn't enough clean water, these diseases spread easily and make more people sick, especially those who are already not very healthy. Also, when kids don't have good food to eat or clean water to drink, it affects their growth and development for a long time. This shows how tough life is for families in Haiti who don't have clean water. It's important to find ways to give them clean water so they can be healthier and not get sick as much. The lack of enough food for a long time makes kids in Haiti not grow properly and makes it hard for them to think and learn. This makes it tough for them to have a good future. And because they're not healthy, it's hard for them to get out of being poor and hungry all the time. Families in Haiti go through a lot of stress and worry because they don't know if they'll have enough food to eat or clean water to drink. This feeling of always struggling makes them feel very sad and hopeless. It's not just a physical problem. It also affects their minds and makes them feel like there's no way things will get better. Life in Haiti is really tough for families. They struggle not just with their health, but also with getting enough food and clean water. This makes them feel bad overall. When they can't eat well, they feel tired and can't do their daily tasks properly. They also find it hard to work and make money, which keeps them stuck in poverty and hunger. Big government people like ministers and senators have been secretly giving money and weapons to gangs. This is a huge deal, but most people don't know about it because the ones involved are afraid to speak up. This fear has let this bad system keep going, and it's taken control of public life in Haiti. The gangs and politicians are kind of like friends who help each other out. They trade money and weapons, which makes the gangs powerful in communities. The gangs then get people to vote for them by offering support. And the more votes they get, the more stuff they receive in return, like money and weapons. So, because politicians and gangs are working together, the gangs have a lot of control over what happens in Haiti. This makes things really unstable and stops progress from happening. A significant change in the system is vital. It's time to move away from the usual political practices and back leaders who promote peace and democracy without resorting to violence or weapon trafficking. These leaders are present in Haitian society, but they require the opportunity and encouragement to exhibit their leadership and instigate genuine transformation. Haitians must unite to openly address and tackle the issue of gang violence. This entails dismantling the existing structures that enable gangs to prosper and beginning anew without the backing of politicians and business figures. It's imperative to create an environment where these new leaders can thrive and lead the country towards a brighter future, free from the grip of violence and corruption. Backing up the shifts led by Haitians themselves is crucial for moving forward. This means putting resources into basic local services like electricity, clean water, schools, and creating jobs. By offering other choices besides joining gangs, people can feel empowered to take a different path. As genuine efforts to disarm progress, it's important to set up ways to make things right and reconcile. This includes healing old wounds and dealing with problems that have fueled gang fights, which are important for making peace and stability last. It's really important to make strong and lasting job opportunities and programs to help people in tough situations. These programs are super important for letting people get out of the cycle of violence we've seen a lot in recent years. By giving people good job options and lots of help through social programs, we can help them break free from the cycle of violence that's been happening. These actions don't just fix things right away, they also make things better for the long term. With more jobs available and good support systems in place, we can help people choose paths of peace and success, which will make our communities better places to live. Different groups of people and individuals have been trying to figure out what's causing the troubles in Haiti by talking things out. These talks bring together folks from poor areas, along with people from community groups, businesses, media, and politicians. In the middle of all this mess, Haiti's government realized they needed urgent help and asked the UN Peacebuilding Fund, PBF, for assistance. Global intervention and urgent aid for the Haitians. The government understood that if it doesn't fix these big problems like violence and instability, the country wouldn't get better economically, and people wouldn't be happier. The PBF promised to deal with these main reasons for violence and instability, which matched what the government wanted to do. The PBF plans to give money and help to make violence and fighting less, make it easier for people to get fair treatment, and make sure there's peace and stability in Haiti for a long time. The UN Peacebuilding Fund is an important helper in making things better in Haiti. It focuses on bringing peace by stopping fights, making sure things are fair, and making laws and security stronger. In Haiti, where there's been a lot of trouble for a long time, the PBF is there to help, giving support and help to build a lasting peace. It doesn't just fix things for now. It wants to make sure peace stays for a long time. It helps local groups and leaders to deal with the main reasons behind the trouble and make sure there's a better future for Haiti. The PBF has set aside around $20 million to back the government's plans. This money is designated for carrying out and upholding peace agreements, fostering conversations, and peaceful living. It also aims to restore essential services that help in constructing peaceful communities, with a special focus on involving women and young people in peace-building endeavors. The PBF acknowledges the crucial role they play in making real and enduring transformations happen through its actions. The PBF is helping where the UN peacekeeping mission used to help. It's giving important things to make projects bigger in places the mission used to work. The PBF really cares about helping Haiti's most in-need communities. This shows they focus on helping people, which is very important. During a virtual news briefing, Ulrika Richardson, the UN's humanitarian coordinator for Haiti, disclosed alarming findings regarding the country's current predicament.
And in fact, what we can see from a humanitarian point of view is that now more than almost half of the population, it's about 5.2 million people that are in need of urgent humanitarian assistance. And in fact, if you look at this figure, it's a doubling since over the last 5 years.
The UN's declaration unveiled a stark reality. Among Haiti's population of 11.4 million, a staggering 5.5 million individuals are grappling with dire circumstances, desperately requiring humanitarian aid. Particularly distressing is the revelation that 3 million among them are innocent children, their very existence teetering on the brink of uncertainty. Richardson underscored the enormity of this crisis, characterizing it as a humanitarian catastrophe of unprecedented proportions. She attributed the crisis's roots to the persistent political instability and pervasive insecurity plaguing the nation, which have fostered an environment ripe for chaos and violence to flourish. This dire situation paints a black picture of Haiti's current state, where millions of lives hang in the balance, and the urgent need for international intervention is indisputable. In lots of places, gangs have taken over, scaring many folks away from their homes to keep safe. The tough times for Haitians are really bad, with lots of suffering all around. Richardson pointed out how bad things were by saying January was the worst for violence in 2 years, and it got even worse in February, with 2,500 people losing their lives in just 2 months. It's a sad and scary situation for Haiti and its people. Time is running out when people ask if the UN might leave Haiti. Richardson said they're not at that point yet. He said the UN is still really committed to helping the people of Haiti in every way they can. Richardson hopes a bunch of different countries can send a security team to bring back peace and protect the people who need it most. Haiti has been dealing with a lot of fighting between gangs and problems with how its government works for a long time. But in the last few months, things have gotten really bad. There are more and more cases of people being kidnapped, unalived, or robbed at gunpoint. And it's happening so often that it doesn't even surprise people anymore. Because of all this trouble, a lot of people are leaving Haiti to go somewhere safer. The problems in Haiti aren't just one thing causing trouble. Gangs are a big part of it, making life scary for regular people and making the government's job even harder. People in Haiti are scared and don't know what's going to happen next. The increase in violence and problems with how the government works are making life in Haiti really tough. Families are being torn apart, jobs are disappearing, and it feels like things are never going to get better. People leaving Haiti isn't just because they're scared, but also because they don't think things will ever improve at home. Even though things are really tough right now, there's still hope for Haiti. People from other countries are trying to help by fixing the reasons why there's so much violence and problems with the government. If things keep going this way, Haiti might have a chance to become a better place to live. But it's going to be a long and hard journey. The recent departure of Prime Minister Ariel Henry, who fled the country, has made the crisis even more serious, showing how severe it is. According to the International Organization for Migration, many neighborhoods in Port-au-Prince have seen a significant increase in violent attacks since February 29th. As a result, around 15,000 people have been forced to leave their homes in search of safety and security. This situation highlights the urgency of addressing the escalating violence and ensuring the well-being of those affected. It's crucial to take action swiftly to help the people who are suffering because of the violence. The growing number of displaced individuals emphasizes the pressing need for measures to restore peace and stability in the affected areas. The emergency happening in Haiti needs quick help from countries around the world. The very serious truth of the situation can't be missed. People's lives are in danger, and the Haitian people are suffering a lot. It's really important that we deal with this problem as soon as possible. The difficulties faced by the Haitian people call for our immediate attention and kindness. We can't ignore what they're going through. We need to send aid and support right away to ease their suffering and save lives. All countries should come together to help Haiti during this hard time and work together to provide what's needed to help those who are struggling. It's only by working together and showing support that we can bring comfort and hope to the people of Haiti. Will the suffering of the Haitian people be alleviated? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section. Don't forget to subscribe and click on the like button.